those at the back, please ensure all the graduates are seated. We cannot start the ceremony till the graduates are sitting. Graduates who are just entering in, please settle down. Find your departments, your seats, and settle down quickly. Okay, everyone, please settle down. We are about to start the ceremony right now. At the back, can we have everybody seated? Because the academic procession is just about to walk in. Good evening and welcome to all the dignitaries, faculty, parents, and the graduates. Welcome to the 40th Convocation. It is indeed an honor to welcome you all here today. Please settle down.
Okay, a very good afternoon to all of you. For those of you who are still finding your seats, we are just about to begin. Please settle down quietly.
Please note that we are going to give a call for all rise when the procession arrives. That is when everybody is requested to stand up and keep standing and sit only once the procession sits.
जो लोग अभी भी अपने सीट ढूंढ रहे हैं,
Please all rise. A little note to all the graduates: after receiving your degree, you are requested to exit the stage from the other side and walk back the loop along the aisles and go back to the department and the seat which is designated to you. Please do not turn back on the stage or go out of the auditorium after receiving your degree. There are ushers and signages to guide you.
may I have the attention of the graduates on my right? We'd request you to be silent as the ceremony has now just about begun. Can we have complete silence there at the back? Thank you.
Two rows empty for the dignitaries. And kindly keep your mobile phones on silent.
me, graduates, can we have you remain silent, please, as we are going to light the lamp and the ceremony is going to begin. Please be aware that you're holding up the ceremony. आप जब तक चुपचाप नहीं बैठेंगे तब तक हम दीक्षांत समारोह का आरंभ नहीं कर सकते. Thank you very much.
May I now invite all the dignitaries to come on the dais for lighting the lamp.
Please continue to remain silent there at the back.
Good afternoon. Now I request Director Professor Dr. P.S.N. Rao to present the decorative plant to Guest of Honor Professor Om Prakash Mathur, Senior Fellow, Global Institute, University of Toronto, Toronto. Chairperson, Madam, I have honor to request you to declare the 40th Convocation open.
I declare the 40th Convocation open.
Thank you. Now I request everyone to please rise for the invocation.
Sangchatvam samvadatvam samvo manasi janata. Sangchatvam samvadatvam samvo manasi janata. Sangchatvam samvadatvam samvo manasi janata. Samano mantra samiti samani. Samano mantra samiti samani. Samanam manasa chittamesha. Samanam manasa chittamesha. Gaga gama gare gama papa sare ga re ni sa. Gaga gama gare gama papa sare ga re हृदयानिव समानिव आकृति समान हृदयानिव समानमस्तु वो मना यथा वस्तुस्य हासति समानमस्तु वो मना यथा वस्तुस्य हासति सङ्गच्छध्वं संवदध्वं संवो मनासि जानता सङ्गच्छध्वं संवदध्वं संवो मनासि जानता
Thank you. You may take your seat, please. Now I request Professor Dr. P.S.N. Rao, Director, to kindly deliver his address, please.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Respected Shri Dharmendra Pradhanji, Honorable Union Minister for Education, Government of India, Professor Om Prakash Mathur, guest of honor for this event, Professor Dr. Rani Vedamuthu, chairperson for this convocation, my dear faculty members, parents, students, members from the media, ladies and gentlemen. I feel very happy today to see you all in person after the upheaval caused by the pandemic in the last couple of years. The graduating batch had almost 2 years of online classes. It is therefore a special joy to see all of you in person at this 40th Convocation of SPA Delhi. Before providing a glimpse of the activities of the school, let me first extend my heartiest congratulations and best wishes to all the 376 graduates who are going to receive their degrees and medals today. I would also like to congratulate the proud parents whose children are receiving these certificates and medals. A crisis can be seen as a great moment of learning, and as we return to normalcy, we need to pause and reflect on lessons learned from this crisis at a personal, institutional, and societal level. As you take your first steps to be part of the action in the real world, I hope that you would be able to draw your own learnings from this experience and be a part of finding fair and equitable solutions to the issues that face our planet today. The degrees that shall be conferred today are an outcome of your rigorous learning in the respective specialized disciplines. And this degree also reflects the multitude of professional abilities, qualities, values, and ethics that we have tried to instill in you at SPA Delhi, and we hope that they will hold you in good stead as you go along. Today's convocation marks the start of a significant phase of your life. It gives you an opportunity to fulfill your dreams and also to work in the larger interest of the society. While many of you are clear about your goals and aspirations, but to many of you who are still wading through clouds of uncertainty, I would like to assure you that the knowledge and skills that we have imparted to you at SPA will help you find your way in whichever area of your passion is. I am privileged to confer these degrees on all the young professionals and to be a part of the larger fraternity of architecture, planning, and design. I hope that all of you will remain connected with your alma mater and continue to share your journey of life with us, no matter wherever you are. As is customary on this occasion, I present before you the highlights of the journey of the school in the previous academic year. As most of you are well aware, we started in a small way back in 1949 as one department of architecture as a part of the Delhi Polytechnic. And over the years, the last 8 decades, we've grown to several other departments and a very large number of faculty and students and academic activities have got added. The Board of Governors and the Senate are the key decision-making bodies. We had 4 meetings of the Board of Governors and 3 meetings of the Senate over the last 1 year. Continuing with our efforts from previous years to recruit well-qualified faculty, we now have about 76 full-time faculty and 23 contract faculty. The school has also maintained its second position in the India Today rankings for architecture education in India, and in the NIRF National Institute ranking framework of the Ministry of Education too, the school continues to maintain the 4th rank in the country. In addition to this recognition through ranking, our students and faculty have also brought honor to the school through various awards, recognition from national and international organizations, and so on. At the school level, more than 100 students across various departments have participated in the 23rd annual NOSPLAN convention, Samtolana, that was held in April in Bangalore. More than 13 trophies out of the 18 events were received by the students of SPA. The urban design studio work held during the pandemic, emerging localities in COVID and post-COVID era towards sustenance and resilience, was selected for an international exhibition called Shared Spaces in Change, along with 32 other exhibits from among 235 entries from all over the world. And this exhibition happened in the month of November 2021 at Bern in Switzerland. I would also like to highlight the achievements of the individual students in various departments. In the Department of Architecture, Nipun Malik of the 4th year won the ArchiDoc Award for Excellence in Architectural Design in 2022. Sejal of 4th year won the 2nd position in Rachna Architecture Design Competition organized by the Birla Institute of Technology. Sejal Wadhwa won the 1st prize for the bus stop design as a part of the Swachhata Pakwada. Bukia Rajshekhar was declared the 2nd runners-up in the competition organized by Tata Steel. The team Variable X of 4th year was adjudged the runner-up in the educational division of the Solar Decathlon India competition organized by the IIHS of Bangalore. Bukia Rajshekhar of 4th year was selected as the Ethos Bridge Scholarship Awardee for the year 21-22. Team 1 comprising of Nived, Raghav, Sharma, Pavani, Yogesh, Goransh, Vaidi, and Team 2 comprising of Arushi, Vijit Singh got shortlisted amongst the top 10 entries of the HUDCO Trophy 2022. In the Department of Physical Planning, Shripati Jha presented a paper titled Evaluating the Differential Accessibility Levels of Existing Public Transport in the 15th Urban Mobility India Conference that was organized in Kochi by the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, Government of India. Janvi won the international competition for imagining disaster resilient infrastructure, which was organized by the CDRI. There were several other events in NOSPLAN where students of SPA New Delhi won many prizes and trophies. In the Department of Architectural Conservation, Sanand Karunakaran, as a part of the team of BIAC students, won the Streets for People Challenge as a part of the Cochin Smart City Limited. Surikant Gautam was awarded the 2nd prize in the singing competition, and Shivani Pikle secured the 2nd prize in the poetry competition organized during the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. Ambu C. Mohan was honored by the Kerala government for designing the Smart Anganwadi as a part of the Smart Anganwadi mission. Mansi Jalutra and Srijata Maiti were engaged in knowledge dissemination activities as a part of the Laurentine University of Ontario, Canada, and the Nehru Arts and Science College, Pardinekad, respectively. Cultural heritage listing of the historical town of Neyantikara was done by Niti Pratap, and it was published by the INTAC. The 3rd semester work on cultural landscape of Kasargod was also featured in the local newspapers in Kerala. Vinita Tante started an awareness initiative called Ratlam Heritage in 2021 to bring forth the tangible and intangible aspects of Ratlam city. The Department of Environmental Planning, Jaideep Singh, was awarded the Professor V.N. Prasad National Best Thesis Award for 2021 that was given by the Institute of Town Planners India, ITPI. Pranav Varshne was selected for the student thesis competition for his thesis, Reinventing the Lost Trilogy of Ponds, Natural Drains and Groundwater. This was a part of the competition that was organized by the National Institute of Urban Affairs, NIUA, and he was also awarded the first prize for his poster on groundwater story of cities. The Department of Landscape Architecture, Riya Sunil, participated in the Mission Amrit Sarovar Jal Dharohar Sankarshan internship program of the Ministry of Urban Development. Rajdeep Kulshrestha from the Department of Regional Planning presented a research paper, Indigenous People, a case of Gomti River in Lucknow at Indore. Abnasi Azad participated in the singing event of the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav competition. The Department of Transport Planning, Dipanita Kundu won the second prize in the Street for People Challenge 2022 organized at Tiruchinappalli by the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. She also received a certificate of merit for the first position during her internship with the government of Karnataka. The Department of Urban Design, three young alumni, Riyazul, Tejas, and Apurv Garg, were awarded the UDAP, or the Young Urban Designer Architects Program Fellowship, for a 6 months internship in Paris, in France. And till this year, there are as many as 13 young alumni of SPA who have received this grant. Munawar Irfan presented his thesis at the International Conference on Future is Urban at the Nirma University. Munawar Irfan and Sai Patel published an article titled Building Resilience in Coastal Cities. Shiza Christie presented her postgraduate thesis titled Urban Form, Perceived Fear and Safety at the 9th IUDI National Thesis Seminar. Yagvinder Mamoria, titled Delhi Insan, is the co-author of a booklet, Result of Things to Come, as a part of the online Urban Spaces project at the Max Muller Bhavan in New Delhi. A project titled Urban Treks by Yagvinder Mamoria and Anahita Fotedar has been published on Ethos Aracus and showcased as a virtual exhibition. K. Chandana also co-authored an article titled Decentralized Power Center, which was published in a manifesto for the Just City Volume 2 at the TU Delft. The Department of Urban Planning, Vibhuti Raina won the first position, Raj to Swaraj, as a part of the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav program. Radhika, Vasim, Raunak, Shashi and Shivani won the third prize for the World Resources Institute WRI Road Safety Placemaking Competition. Karthikeyan won the second prize in the Street for People's Challenge organized by the NIUA. His research paper titled Strategic Tactical Urbanism, a comparative study of streets of South Asian cities, was also accepted at a conference in Portugal organized by the Lisbon School of Architecture. Sakshi Singh won the first prize, Urban Rivers, Reimagining Urban Rivers, organized by the NIUA along with the Namami Ganga project and the IIT BHU. Divya Jain and Apurva Deshmukh presented a paper on Internet of Things and Smart Cities, role of challenges and strategies in the context of Indian cities. Divya Jain and Nirmoha Mandal presented a paper titled Smart Cities and Urban Governance. This was a program organized by the University of Lisbon at Portugal. Kajal Gupta won the second prize at Ideators Cave, organized by Planix for developing an app. Shrishti Bharadwaj won the second prize at the National Logo Designing Competition organized by the Government of Rajasthan. In addition to all these prizes which the individuals have received, the students and the departments were engaged in various academic activities, and I will go by each of the departments. The Department of Architecture first, they have 5 years, and they have undertaken various assignments starting from vernacular architecture, historic buildings, to high-rise structures, keeping into account modern technology as well as climate concerns at the core. The undergraduate planning students of the Department of Physical Planning were initiated into the basic concepts of neighborhood planning and map information, and they were also taken to the specific case of Thiruvananthapuram to develop a master plan for that particular city. In the Architectural Conservation Department, they undertook studies in Chittorgarh, Karaikudi, Faridkot, and Junnar, and there was a focus on understanding the patterns of transformation and their agents with a view to evaluate their impact on heritage and improve the habitat of urban areas. Urban Design Department undertook exercises on discovering Indian cities in order to understand the role of various actors, and they also held a focus on various mission cities of the Government of India. The Landscape Department also undertook various studies of various gardens and parks across the world, as well as in the city of Delhi, focusing on the concept of landscape urbanism. Department of Industrial Design, as a part of their studio projects, undertook design of a wide range of products ranging from cutlery, luxury products, healthcare sector products, transport, street lights, dustbins, drinking fountains, thermal comfort, and so on and so forth. Department of Building Engineering and Management undertook various projects related to planning, scheduling, construction technology, functional performance of buildings, analysis of annual climatic data for architectural design, shading analysis, building project rating, and so on. The 5 planning departments conducted an integrated first semester program where the students were guided to prepare an outline development plan for 4 cities in Madhya Pradesh: Vidisha, Hosangabad, Sagar, and Sehor. Department of Regional Planning undertook an exercise of preparing a disaster resilient district development plan for Puri in Orissa. Department of Urban Planning took the exercise of preparing master plans and zonal plans for Rohtak 2042. In the Department of Housing, the focus was on housing strategy, and a very large number of cities were taken as case studies. Further, detailed housing project formulation exercise was also undertaken. The Department of Transport Planning focused on preparation of comprehensive mobility plans, and the later stages also included planning for an aerotropolis with mixed land use as a part of the Jewar project coming up at Greater Noida. The Department of Environmental Planning focused on protected areas, coastal wetlands, preparation of environmental management plans, and detailed project reports. In addition to these exercises, students also are encouraged to undertake individual thesis projects, and there were as many as 123 undergraduate theses that were conducted and 248 postgraduate thesis reports that were prepared. And then the faculty of the school also has many achievements to their credit. The faculty members of the school are members in various important committees of the Government of India, the Delhi Urban Arts Commission, the Spatial Planning Expert Committee of the Ministry of Rural Development, the Bureau of Indian Standards, Delhi Jal Board, the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways, the Biodiversity Foundation, Innovation Cell of Ministry of Education, Airports Authority of India, the Central Zoo Authority, Environmental Appraisal Committee of the Ministry of Environment and Forests, and other such committees of various government departments, as well as the Niti Aayog. The faculty members of SPA New Delhi are also members in the editorial boards for various national and international journals, which are produced by various important universities. And SPA faculty members are also members of Senate and other important bodies of various other universities in the country. The administrative staff of the institution has also been working very hard in order to ensure that the institution runs smoothly. And SPA New Delhi is also a member of the Association of Academic Administrators of India, as well as the Delhi University College Officers Association, and they have also been participating in activities such as the National Voters' Day, the Hindi Pakhwada, the Swachhata Pakhwada, and several other activities. Undertaking research projects is another important area where the SPA has been moving forward. There are as many as 20 major research projects being undertaken in the school, and about 57 consultancy projects being undertaken in the school by various faculty members. And many of these research projects are actually promoted by various international agencies of repute like the UKRI, NTNU, and national organizations such as the CSIR, CRRI, and so on. The publications of the faculty are also extremely important, and I am happy to inform that the faculty members of the school have as many as 81 research papers published in national and international journals, 51 book chapters, and 5 books. And the faculty members have also participated in as many as 125 seminars, workshops, webinars, and so on, and as many as 63 virtual presentations, expert talks, and extension centers. SPA New Delhi, as a part of the new education policy of the Government of India, NEP 2020, also maintains relationships with several other universities and institutions. SPA today has 102 MOUs with various organizations, both within the country and outside the country. And very recently, SPA has also signed an MOU with the Capacity Building Commission of the Government of India in order to undertake capacity building programs for mid-career officers of various departments. The school has also filed 5 patents for products and processes which have emerged out of the Design Innovation Center, which is a very important center at SPA, one of the 13 centers that we have in the school. Recently, the school has also set up a Section 8 company called SPA First, which stands for Foundation for Innovation and Research for Social Transformation. The idea of setting up this company is to inculcate and promote entrepreneurship skills among students so that they can move from the laboratory to the land. Finally, at the end, I would like to personally acknowledge the support of each and every person who has been associated in one way or the other for the growth and development of this institution. I would like to place on record my appreciation and thanks to all the students, all the faculty members, all the administrative staff, and all the visiting faculty members, contract faculty members, all the occasional speakers whom we've been inviting on and off to give their inputs so that our students can perform better. Finally, I would once again like to convey my heartiest congratulations and best wishes to each of the graduates who are receiving degrees, medals, and prizes today. I would also like to place on record our salutation to the Honorable President of India, who is our visitor, the Honorable Education Minister, who is also the chairperson of the SPA Council, Professor Om Prakash Mathurji, guest of honor, Professor Rani Vedamuttu, the presiding officer for today's convocation, and all the distinguished members of our Board of Governors, Senate, Finance Committee, and the Building and Works Committee. Once again, I would like to thank all of you for working very hard and tirelessly during these tiring times and for making SPA what it is today. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Professor Dr. Rani Vidyamuthi, Chairperson Board of Governors, to kindly deliver her convocation address. Madam, please.
Namaste and a very good evening. Most respected Honorable Union Minister for Education, Government of India, Shri Dharmendra Pradhan Ji, Guest of Honor, Distinguished Professor and Senior Fellow, Global Cities Institute, University of Toronto, Canada, Professor Om Prakash Mathur, Professor Dr. P.S.N. Rao, Director, SPA Delhi, Shri Umakant Agarwal, Registrar, Professor Dr. Ashok Kumar, Dean, Academic and Student Affairs, Professor Dr. Sanjay Gupta, Dean, Research and Faculty of Welfare, Professor Dr. Aruna Ramani Grover, Dean, Planning and Development, members of the Board of Governors, Senate and other governing bodies, dignitaries of the dais, young graduates, dear students, parents, alumni, and architect friends. I'm indeed honored on behalf of the Board of Governors to officiate and preside over the 40th Convocation of SPA Delhi, an institution of eminence in higher learning in the fields of architecture, planning, and the built environment. At the outset, I laud the institution under the able leadership of distinguished Professor Dr. P.S.N. Rao and his team of eminent professors, teachers, scholars, and students for yet another fulfilling year marked with great achievement in every sphere of activity. The honors and accolades come only from such dedication, commitment, and effective teamwork. Congratulations, SPA Delhi. I'm glad to be part of this auspicious occasion where the School of Planning and Architecture, New Delhi, is seeing yet another batch of change makers going out into the world with a resolve to effect positive change. This is a momentous occasion when we celebrate our learnings and scholarships and take pledge to practice the values and ethos in the life ahead. I congratulate and wish everyone receiving the degrees and awards the very best and hope that you would continue to contribute to making the world a better place and hope that you would contribute with the very best of your capabilities by pushing boundaries and working out of your comfort zone. Felicitations to the Director, Registrar, members of the various governing bodies, heads of department, teaching faculty, administrative and supporting staff who have tirelessly worked to provide the best teaching learning environment. The last couple of years have indeed been the most challenging for us all. As young graduates stepping out into the professional world, I am sure you have been made well aware that the world is a much different place than it was a generation ago. This can either make you feel very intimidated and overwhelmed. Some of you could even be in denial, or it could be making you very eager and excited. That depends on how you see change. Change can either be perceived as a threat or a discomfort, or instead, you could choose to see it as a chance for growth, opportunity, and innovation. Remember that how you see and adapt to change is a choice that will always be yours to make. And you need to keep that in mind as human society steps into one of the biggest crossroads of time, where on one hand, we have tasted great technological heights, yet on the other hand, we are humbled by unprecedented risks, uncertainty, and social environmental challenges in a world that is rapidly changing, thanks to the climate crisis and other man-made disturbances of the era. As Ban Ki-moon, the Secretary General of the United Nations, states, quote, "We are the first generation to be able to end poverty and the last generation that can take steps to avoid the worst impacts of climate change. Future generations will judge us harshly if we fail to uphold our moral and historical responsibilities," unquote. We have persevered through very trying times, and now we are at what we call a new normal, a world ridden with global warming, pandemics, natural disasters, and social unrest. It is time for us to reassess every step of the human journey, to reimagine how we think and how we do things in this world. As the young citizens of the world, you enter your professions with no cheat sheets or handouts. There are no ready-made answers or solutions because some of the questions are not even out yet. Yet, yes, these are troubled but exciting times filled with new possibilities and challenges. This applies not only to you, but to all your other counterparts graduating from various disciplines across the world. But I would like you to remember that as young architects, urban designers, and planners, the greater share of the responsibility and opportunity rests on your shoulders. As you must perhaps already know, but I feel compelled to reiterate, that the building industry is by far the largest consumer of energy and the largest generator of greenhouse gases that are warming up the planet, bringing great harm and adversity to human life as we know it, and also to various other life forms that our lives are entwined with. However, responsibility is not burden. It is power. It is opportunity that comes from the fact that as professionals engage in shaping the built environment, we are also uniquely positioned to contribute the most towards meeting the global climate action and mitigation roles. All we have to do is own our responsibility and apply our creativity and passion towards creating cleaner, greener, and more sustainable built environments. All we have to do is become more conscious and imaginative about why, what, when, where, and how we design and build our cities and our buildings. All we have to do is ensure that we consume far less resources and generate far less emissions than we currently are to build timeless creations that transcend the changing needs of society, whether or not it is part of the written brief handed over to us by our clients. It is high time that we realize that our responsibility goes beyond the needs of our clients onto our fellow citizens and future generations. While climate change mitigation is a long-drawn battle demanding a reinvention of how we think, design, and build, we are also presented with an opportunity to address the more immediate demands of climate change, adaptation, and resilience. We find ourselves as architects, city designers, and planners on the forefront of this war, trying to create safe, comfortable, healthier, and happier places for people to live, work, and thrive. To create resilient environments for people to survive and adapt to the challenges of a changing climate. It is both our duty and an opportunity to be proactive and come up with innovative climate change adaptation strategies that allow human life to function in the most sustainable manner possible, ensuring a safe planet for all species, which is a birthright. As American biologist Bruce H. Lipton simply puts it, quote, "A miraculous healing awaits the planet once we accept our new responsibility to collectively tend to the garden rather than to fight over the turf," unquote. But it is with great pride I would like to remind you that though sustainability and resilience are new age terms coined by the West, we can proudly say that we belong to a country, to a part of the world in which sustainability, net zero, and zero waste were all part of our very ethos of existence. What this means is that in our country, we do not have to start from scratch. We already have a rich heritage of traditional wisdom and practices that we can tap into and find clues for passive, low-technology design solutions and strategies to address the emerging problems of the new age. All it takes is some will and a lot of imagination, which I can confidently say your generation has no dearth of once you put your minds to it. Whatever role you have chosen for yourself, whether it is a practitioner, academician, researcher, or an innovator, please remember that a changing world needs you to be the first advocates of change. As said by our very own father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhi, I encourage you, quote, be the change that you wish to see in the world, unquote. This is a pivotal moment in your lives, and there is no doubt that when we consider the talent, the intellect, the curiosity, and the boundless capacities you are poised to develop as you seek to become the best version of yourselves, the version that only you can define. To put it in the words of Kerry Washington, quote, you and you alone are the only person who can live the life that can write the story that only you were meant to tell. To conclude, felicitations once again and best wishes to the institution and to the young graduates. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, madam. Now I request Professor Dr. P.S.N. Rao, Director, to kindly introduce guest of honor, Professor Om Prakash Mathur, and to request him to kindly deliver his address. Please, sir.
The guest of honor for this evening is Professor Om Prakash Mathur. Professor Mathur is a distinguished economist with over 5 decades of experience in urban development. He was earlier the director of the National Institute of Urban Affairs of the Ministry of Urban Affairs, Government of India. He was also a distinguished professor of urban economics. He was associated with the Institute of Social Sciences. Currently, he is a non-resident senior fellow at the Global Cities Institute at the University of Toronto in Canada. We are really honored and very happy to have Professor Om Prakash Mathur as the guest of honor for this evening. May I request Professor Mathur to kindly deliver his address, please. Professor Mathur.
Thank you, P.S. Honorable Minister of Education, Shri Dharmendra Pradhanji, Professor Dr. P.S.N. Rao, Director, School of Planning and Architecture, Dr. Vedamuthu, Chairperson, Board of Governors, SPA, distinguished members of the SPA faculty, both on the dais as well as outside the dais, architects and planners who are graduating today, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. Allow me to express my gratitude and deep appreciation to Professor Dr. P.S.N. Rao, asking me to join the 40th Convocation being held today to award degrees to over 370 graduates, postgraduates, and PhD scholars in planning and architecture. This is a happy occasion that marks the culmination of several years of hard work put in by them. This is a huge accomplishment, a moment of pride and joy, not only for the graduates and their families and friends, but for all of us, indeed, the entire nation. It will not be an exaggeration to say that the addition of 376 new graduates to the small community of architects and planners will be celebrated by one and all in anticipation of the contributions expected of them in the coming years. I must simultaneously acknowledge my gratitude to the Ministry of Education, Government of India, led by the Honorable Minister Pradhanji, for providing support to the School of Planning and Architecture to perform its role that it has over the past several decades in reinforcing the planning profession, in expanding the scope to new specialization, and in building up planning capacities for the new challenges that await India, indeed the entire world. On its part, the School of Planning and Architecture has responded to the challenges and opportunities with confidence and determination, and with at standards comparable with what such institutions abroad and within the country provide. It is for the high educational standards of the School of Planning and Architecture that it has been a part of several very important national initiatives, such as the Niti Aayog's high-level committee on reform in urban planning, education in India, represented by its director, Dr. P.S.N. Rao, and most recently, the new committee of high-level committee to make recommendations on urban sector policies, the present director being the convener of this committee. I stand before you not as an architect or a planner or one belonging to the multiple disciplines in which the SPA specializes, but as an economist from the Delhi School of Economics who, while waiting to decide the course of action I should take upon graduation, joined somewhat impulsively a research team of the Delhi School of Economics led by Professor Dr. V.K.R. Rao, its director, to work on a study that aimed to look at the impact of partition-led migration on the economy and demographics of Delhi. Delhi's population, as some of you might know, had risen from a modest 6.9 million in 1941 to 14.4 lakh in 1951 within a matter of 10 years, a phenomenal increase with much of it attributed to the refugee migration from the newly created Pakistan. It was not an ordinary rural to urban migration that we are familiar with, but one that was precipitated by India's partition. A year later, even when this research was underway, I found myself one day sitting before a team of young and bright town planners, civil engineers, and architects. No, thank you. Being interviewed for the position of research assistant in the newly created town planning organization. It was not town and country planning, it was just town planning organization to work on the first master plan of Delhi. It was a kind of first for the TPO to consider a social science background individual to be working on something that was seen at that time a highly specialized science, and that was preparation of the master plan of Delhi. There was a palpable ambiguity about what an economist could possibly contribute to an exercise such as the master plan. Even as this ambiguity continued, I joined the TPO and began my career and my first engagement with the profession to which all of you belong. It was here that I, for the first time, came across the term land use. I had not known this before. My first engagement with the land use and learned its critical role in shaping and reshaping the future of a city, and how determining and how sectors such as housing, business, industry, entertainment, and mobility contributed to determining a city's land use. It was here that we collectively exercised our heads together, discussing questions such as, what kind of a city do we want Delhi to be? That was one of the very basic questions that we were discussing way back in 1958 and 59. The other questions being, what principles should govern its land use? And a very live question at that time, which was, what should be the nature of relationship between the three spatially differentiated constituents of Delhi, which was the civil lines area from Kashmiri Gate right up to the University of Delhi, the Minto Bridge beyond, which was the New Delhi coming up, Raisina, on which the foundations of New Delhi was laid, and of course the legendary Shahjahanabad. Needless to say that the civil lines and the Raisina hills beyond Minto Bridge were seen as alien to India's architecture at that point in time. My foundations were being laid on what a city is. A bigger change, however, came in 1966 when the School of Planning and Architecture, the Small Industry Extension Training Institute, which is located and which continues to be located in Hyderabad, and the Stanford Research Institute, they entered into a partnership to undertake a major study on the cost of urban infrastructure for industry by city size, with India as its field laboratory. Clearly a policy-driven research, urban research, where the question was what sizes of cities offered a least cost option for future development, a small city, an intermediate sized city, or a large city. The research involved testing out a hypothesis that entailed testing a U-shaped curve, which showed that the costs were very high in a small, cost of providing infrastructure were very high in a small city, that declined up to a point and then started rising once the size crossed a particular threshold. Some of you might recall that India's third plan and the fourth five-year plan were very concerned about the unabated growth of large cities at that point, and had opted to have a study that would test this hypothesis undertaken with empirical data. This research was search for an optimal size of a city that would be economically appropriate for a country such as India. It is another matter that the Planning Commission opted not to accept the recommendations of this committee. The School of Planning and Architecture, where your offices are currently, offers a space opposite the library for the India office of this study. And I, along with the team leader, as a team leader for my Hyderabad Institute at that time, occupied the space together with a team which interestingly included, among many others, Jamal Ansari, who later held the office of the SPA's director, and J.K. Mittu, also a planner at SPA, who subsequently became an international expert on urban transport. As for myself, the SPA's surroundings with its magnificent library and the leadership of Professor T.J. Manikam, director of SPA, and Professor Wagle, and of colleagues at the Stanford Research Institute, which was our workplace, provided immensely to my understanding of the conceptual underpinnings of this very complex subject and several other related issues that emerged as the study moved forward. My relationship with the SPA have continued since then. A decade-long 1975 to 1984 engagement with the United Nations Development Program, initially with the Imperial Government of Iran, and later with the United Nations Center for Regional Development in Nagoya, opened up for me a huge space for comparative research on urban and regional development issues, which had gained traction across Africa, Asia, and Latin America, bringing a new flavor to my understanding of cross-country approaches to planning and urban planning issues. As all of you would know, the first United Nations Habitat 1 conference was held in 1976 in Vancouver, placing before the world community for the first time the emerging challenges of urbanization, of regional and sub-regional disparities, and uneven spatial growth and development for attention and collaboration between countries. The International Labour Organization, too, came up with a position paper on the urban informal sector, a completely unknown concept at that time, a phenomenon that eluded a clear definition and which was perceived to be a negative feature in the development trajectory of developing countries at that point. As a follow-up and in conjunction with several initiatives, the UN established the United Nations Center for Human Settlements in Nairobi, Kenya, and several other institutions at that time, including the UN Center for Regional Development in Nagoya, Japan, the UN Research Institute for Social Development in Geneva, and the Latin American Institute for Economic and Social Planning in Santiago, Chile, to undertake research and training in urbanization and regional development and other related issues. One of the important functions of UNCRD, I must share with you, when I joined there in 1978, was to organize short-run training capacity building programs for mid-career officials from the developing countries all over the world. In an attempt to making such programs relevant and meaningful for the tasks that mid-career professionals were concerned with in their own countries, and in an effort to bridge the gap between knowledge and practice, the UNCRD undertook an intensive study under the caption, "What should regional planners know?" It was not an easy question. Any subject that we considered relevant and the assumptions we made about what regional planners must know had strong subjective connotations. And the assumptions we made about what should had the connotation. As an institution, it preferred to have a single composite syllabus rather than a set of courses that characterizes the university style and the SPA style kind of teaching. As I pored over the syllabi of such courses offered by universities of the West, they tended to suggest that regional planning was seldom a neat, logical, or sequential process, that it was not only a technical exercise, and that it was highly iterative in nature. Each time we sat down to determine the syllabus, we came across the names of authors whom we had read in our academic career. Questions continued to come in whether the courses which are offered in the West were any relevant for the kind of work that developing countries were doing in their respective countries. My colleague at the UNCRD reminded me of two propositions. One, regional planning was a product of a polygamous marriage of physical sciences, of geography, of sociology, and economics, and opined that regional planning was an art, a science, and a philosophy all at the same time, and asked me to keep these two propositions in mind when a course is being designed, particularly for developing countries. These two propositions became my lingua franca for determining the syllabus of training programs in my subsequent research engagement with urban research. The reason I have given these instances is to demonstrate and bring to your attention that the space that all of you now have is amazingly vast, with multiple opportunities. There are and will always be new questions to address and deal with. What is important to make a mark is to connect the theories, to connect the concepts, and the analytical frameworks, and the empirical evidence that you have been exposed to over these years in order to better understand what the opportunities and challenges mean and what they demand in the opportunities which you will be taking on pretty shortly. There is no one single route to doing whatever subject you might opt to do. Multidisciplinary approach is the contemporary order, it will be unimaginative and uninteresting if one were to travel on a prescribed given route. The discipline and the specialization that you have acquired are undergoing a rapid transformation to which your attention was drawn by our esteemed the director of the board of the school. That India lives in villages was a preferred India's development paradigm in the 50s and the 60s until it was supplanted by small and medium-sized towns. In the 90s, even this was pushed to the background in the midst of globalization and structural adjustment. Large cities and megacities, together with agglomeration economies, have subsequently become the new flavor in the country's expanding development agenda. How long would this emphasis continue to be in the limelight or get weakened by the massive work that is going on in digitization is anyone's guess. It would be remiss on my part not to underline that there are huge positive externalities in planning and developing livable and productive cities. There are big roles for architecture and planning in the process of building the economic potential of cities and reducing inequalities. How these rules will and should be optimized is the task you will need to define and work on. It depends, as I noted above, on the application of mind and the use of the reservoir of knowledge that you people have acquired over the last few years. I must make a mention at the end that I have been fortunate enough to have my research team at the National Institute of Urban Affairs, at the National Institute of Public Finance and Policy, and at the Institute of Social Sciences of highly innovative, highly motivated, competent, energetic graduates from the School of Planning and Architecture, New Delhi, to work with and explore new spheres of research. Their participation and efforts have helped produce some of the finest of the studies on different facets of urbanization and urban governance and urban finance. I expect that all of you will do even more, especially in studying and researching the newly emerging areas and goalposts of sustainability, inclusivity, and climate neutrality. Thank you for hearing me out and bearing with me. I wish all of you a very bright future. Good luck, and God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for this taking us to in memory lanes and reminding us about what the architecture and planners. Thank you, sir. Now I request Professor Dr. Ashok Kumar, Dean Academic, to please come and take the charge for award of medal and degree certificate to the graduates. Professor Ashok.
Thank you. Namaskar. I would like to start by welcoming the guest of honor, Professor Om Prakash Mathur, and Chairperson Board of Governors, Professor Rani Maria Leoni Vedamuthu. But most important of all, the most important delegates, attendees today are our graduates. So I would like to congratulate the graduates for the award of medals, degree certificates, and request all of you to come and receive medals and awards one by one as soon as your names are announced. Will the PhD graduates rise? I now request the guest of honor, Professor Om Prakash Mathur, to give degrees to the PhD graduates. Will the graduates present themselves to the guest of honor as soon as your names are announced to receive the degrees? Priyanka Koshar. Niyati Gupta. Raja Singh. Abhijit Rastogi. Arshia Khajuria Hazarika. Anjali Sharma. Shavan Aziz. Suresh Babu Panduri. Aishwarya Tipnis. Aarti Gopal. Now I request the guest of honor, Professor Om Prakash Mathur, to give medals and prizes to the postgraduates as well as undergraduates who have won academic distinctions. Will the graduates present themselves before the guest of honor one by one as soon as your names are announced to receive medals and prizes? SPA gold medals to be awarded to the best student in each of the courses in the master's and bachelor degree programs, master's degree courses. SPA gold medal for the best student of Master of Architecture with specialization in architectural conservation is awarded to Parekh Maitri Virendra. SPA Gold Medal for the best student of Master of Design, Industrial Design is awarded to Anu Sam. SPA Gold Medal for the best student of Master of Architecture with specialization in urban design is awarded to Saheli Ghosh. SPA Gold Medal for the best student of Master of Building Engineering and Management is awarded to Manishka Thandra. SPA Gold Medal for the best student of Master of Architecture with specialization in landscape architecture is awarded to Misha Jose. SPA Gold Medal for the best student of Master of Planning with specialization in housing is awarded to Isha Shankar Deshpande. SPA Gold Medal for the best student of Master of Planning with specialization in environmental planning is awarded to Siani Sen. SPA Gold Medal for the best student of Master of Planning with specialization in regional planning is awarded to Shireen Mangla. SPA Gold Medal for the best student of Master of Planning with specialization in transport planning is awarded to Deepanita Kundu. SPA Gold Medal for the best student of Master of Planning with specialization in urban planning is awarded to Srishti Bhardwaj. Professor N.S. Saini, SPA Gold Medal for the best thesis of Master of Planning, Urban Planning and Regional Planning is awarded to Radhika Mehrotra. Professor Narendra Juneja, SPA Gold Medal for the best performance in the individual project in Landscape Design 4 Studio for the academic session 2021-22 is awarded to Sajid Ahmed T. Professor S.K. Narayana Memorial SPA Alumni Gold Medal for the best thesis at the final year examination in master's degree course in Building Engineering and Management for the academics session 2021-22 is awarded to Dina Simon. Dr. P.C. Jain Alumni Gold Medal, who scored the highest CGPA in the first year, cumulative of the first and second semester examination in master degree course in Building Engineering and Management for the academic session 2021-22 is awarded to Vanishka Thandra. Shreya Anand Award for the best performance in landscape architecture studio in the fourth semester during the academic session 2021 and 21 and 22 is awarded to Misha Jose. Professor M.R. Agnihotri Award for securing the highest marks in design project at the final year examination in master degree course in design, industrial design for the academic session 21-22 is awarded to Shubhra Paul. Siddharth Kitolia Award for the best overall performance in landscape architecture for the academic session 2021-22 is awarded to E.S. Ashwini. Professor R.C. Gupta Best Achiever Award. Siddharth Khetolia Award for the best overall performance in landscape architecture. Professor R.C. Gupta Best Achiever Award for meritorious student from the EWS in the first year in regional planning for the session 2021-22 is awarded to Ankdala Yuvasri. Jagmohan Memorial Award for postgraduate planning students from the second, third, or fourth semesters belonging to weak financial background is shared by Manmeet Sharma, Parul Ravindra Avasthi. Manmeet Sharma, Parul Ravindra Avasthi. Bachelor's degree courses. Bachelor's degree courses. SPA Gold Medal for the best student in Bachelor of Architecture is awarded to Aparna Chandgotia. SP Gold Medal for the best thesis in Bachelor of Architecture is awarded to Yes Raghav Krishnappa Ramesh. SPA Gold Medal for the best student in Bachelor of Planning is awarded to Anupriya Agarwal. SPA Gold Medal for the best thesis in Bachelor of Planning is awarded to Trisha Udumudi. Trisha. General Proficiency Prizes for Bachelor of Architecture are awarded to first prize Aparna Chandgotia. Second prize Muskan Jain. Muskan Jain. General Proficiency Prizes for Bachelor of Planning are awarded to first prize Anupriya Agarwal, second prize Sharanya KG. Vandana Goyal Award for the best Vandana Goyal Award for the best student of third year Bachelor of Architecture is awarded to Dhanya Gurunathan. Ved Prakash Memorial Scholarship for the best student in fourth year Bachelor of Architecture is awarded to Vithika Seth. Jugal Kishore Chaudhary Charitable and Education Trust Award for the third year Bachelor of Architecture student on scoring the highest marks in architecture design subject is awarded to Arushi Siva Prasad. अवार्ड दे दिया Abhijit Day Award for the fourth year, seventh semester Bachelor of Architecture student who scored the highest marks in design is awarded to Muskan Rampal. Professor M.N. Chatterjee Award for scoring the highest marks in the subject of Planning Theory 1 and Planning Theory 2 in Bachelor of Planning is shared among the following. Ameg V. Riya Beverly Purti. Apurva Rastgi Scholarship Award for Women in Planning in the memory of Apurva Rastgi for overall performance in the Bachelor of Planning for the year 21-22 is awarded to Sharanya KG and Rupal Srivastava. Rupal. Professor T.J. Manikam Gold Medal is awarded in the memory of the first director of the school for the overall best academic performance, one each in bachelor's program and master's programs conducted by the school. Professor T.J. Manikam Gold Medal for master's degree program for the academic session 21-22 is awarded to Radhika Mehrotra. Professor T.J. Manikam Gold Medal for Bachelor's Degree Program in Planning is awarded to Anupriya Agrawal. Before I move on to postgraduates, I would like to request Professor Om Prakash Mathur, please take seat. And I would like to acknowledge that amongst us, we have one of the sponsors, wife of Mr. Jagmohanji, who was Central Minister also. She is here in the audience. I would like to acknowledge her presence. She is here. Moving on to postgraduates. Will the graduates of all master's degree programs rise? Now I request Professor Rani Vedamuthu, Chairperson, Board of Governors for this event, to kindly give degrees to the postgraduates. Will the graduates present themselves to the Chairperson, BOG, one by one as soon as your names are announced to receive the degrees? Master of Architecture, Architectural Conservation. First class with distinction, Ashwati D.V. Dharani Dharan S. Gayatri S. Ira Godial. Parik Maitri Virendra. Sanant Karuna Karan. Sherab Palzar. First class, Nabiha Fatima. Rahul Bhola. Suryakant. Second class, Rohit Patel. Master of Design, Industrial Design. First class with distinction, Anirban Podar. Anirban Podar. Anirban Podar. Anusam. Anirban, go ahead. Anusam. Arijit Sengupta. Ayushi Jaiswal. Dhanshri Patel. Dheeraj Kumar Damari. Girish Kumar. Justin Baby Sabu. Manisha. Murshida Abdul Mazid. Nonetheless, Nikhil Nandanwar. Nilanjan Roy. Parag Manohar Guru. पृथ्वीराज निकुम, साध्वी मैनी, संजय स्टालिन, सौम्या गंगवार, शुभ्रा पॉल, सिद्धेश वी, शुमांको विश्वास, सुकृति सिंह, सुरभि गुप्ता, विष्णु प्रियन ए जे, वृक्षा रुम्बा, Master of Architecture, Urban Design, first class with distinction, Agarwal Isha Santosh, अनाहिता फोतेदार, अनुभव केदिया, अश्विनी सिद्धार्थ वासनिक, के हरिचंदना, नहीं यार, कपिल कुमार, कपिल कुमार, कार्तिक पंत, मरिया साइमन, नमिता कृष्णन, Navia KM, Nitika Negi, Rakesh R, ऋषभ कुमार, क्या दिया है इतना सारे है नहीं, यहाँ तो कटे नहीं, ठीक है। सहेली घोष, सौमिक रंजन बेड्रा, नहीं है, तो यहाँ करने का ना भाई, ब्रंडन भी नहीं है। जगवेंद्र कुमार मेमोरिया, फर्स्ट क्लास फैजान अहमद, माधव शर्मा, निखिल मलप्पा वस्तवदाकर, Master of Building Engineering and Management, first class with distinction, Ayushi Pandya. Anupam Rawat, देवांश चौहान, दीक्षा रोहेला, दीना साइमन, खुशबू विश्वकर्मा, मानिका अग्रवाल, मनीष राव, मथेश यू, नेहा कुमारी,
आपने कोई दूसरी ले ली है?
नेहा कुमारी पे हम
नेहा कुमारी ठीक है।
निधि गुप्ता,
निशा नहीं है।
निशा नहीं है सर।
परवेज आलम, राहुल कुमार गुप्ता, ऋत्विका श्रीवास्तव, समकित जैन, सौरभ सुरांश, शांतनु चंद्रा, शशांक, स्नेह मित्तल, सुमित शर्मा, स्वदेश नस्कर,
जो मार्क्ड है ना, ये लोग नहीं, लैंडस्केप नेक्स्ट वाले
ये नहीं है। यू हर्षिता, उत्साह निगम, विनीत कुंडल, वंशिका ठंडरा, विदुषी कसाना, विजय लक्ष्मी सिंह, वृंदा सुरेंद्र जाजू, फर्स्ट क्लास अर्जुन दास, दीपांशु रॉय, परेश अग्रवाल, रवि कृष्ण सौरभ। Master of Architecture, Landscape Architecture, first class with distinction, Bikramjit Dhar. Gharat Surbhi Dilip Mamta. जया दुर्गा जननी आर, मैथ्यूज आदित्य जे, मिशा होजे, Nandu CV, Nikita Jain, Palak Khandelwal, Pankaj Dak, Pritesh Patel, Sajjad Ahmed T, Sanjana Gupta, Shweta Roy Chaudhary, Snehal Gaikwad, Shirkatim Das, first class. Lalam Sangha, first class. Oh, sorry. No, hold on. Deepthi TS, Lalam Sangha, Mansi Sahu, Rajat Soni, Rishabh Gupta, Ritu Rimzon, Swarna Chaturvedi, second class, E.S. Ashwani, Aad Talau, Master of Planning, Environmental Planning, first class with distinction, Akash Panwar, Ashish Verma, Dipanksha Sudhir Bhavankar, Harsha Arya, Kunkala Kavalya, Monica God, Pooja Yadav, Parnav Varshney, Sanket Vishnu Sanap, Satyapriya Pericherla,
ईपी में विकास नहीं है।
Siani Sen, Shashwat Gupta, Shilpa Sharma, Shivani Gupta, Shivika, Ritika Maurya, Shritika Maurya, Simar Kindra, Sunil John Minch, Master of Planning, Housing, First Class with Distinction, Abhinav Sharma. Anubhav Arora. Apurva Sanjay Deshmukh. ईशा शंकर देशपांडे, जानवी राजीव कोरदे, केतन धवन, मिथिल विश्नोई, मृणाल वर्मा, नीतू कुमारी, पीयूष कुमार पांडे, रसिका देव, रोहित परमार, साक्षी सक्सेना, सना हसन, साड़ा परवीन कुमार, संदीप कुमार राठौर, सलेक्षी, तक्षता पाँच कबड़े, उपाली जांबुले, Master of Planning, Regional Planning, First Class with Distinction, Akruti Sharma.
छोटा सा announcement करें सर, आप सबको डिग्री मिलने के बाद सीटिंग करेंगे।
अक्षय अजित, पंबा रेड्डी, नगदीप थी, पंबा रेड्डी, नगदीप थी, एच प्रिया साइन, ईशा बख्ता, जीवनानंद पावस्कर, जयश्वंत सन्नी वर्गीस, मोहित शर्मा, नायना सक्सेना, राहुल हंस, सचिन कुमार चौधरी, समीक्षा मदमवार, शिरीन मंगला, शिवांग गोयल, सिद्धमल्ला रवि तेजा, सुरभि साहू, विपिन चंद्र पॉल, Master of Planning, Transport Planning, First Class with Distinction, Akanksha Vyas. Akanksha Vyas. Akanksha Vyas. Okay. Abhay Gupta. She is here? Okay. नहीं ट्रांसपोर्ट प्लानिंग है अर्बन ट्रांसपोर्ट. What is it on transport? They have urban planning. Transport planning. आकांक्षा व्यास.
ये बच्चों गलत सीक्वेंस खड़ा कर दिया इन्होंने. अभी अर्बन प्लानिंग ले लो.
Master of Planning, Urban Planning. First class with distinction, Akshay S. Kumar. Ananya Singh. Archana Mohanty. Ashavri Deshmukh. Ayushi Agarwal. Chandan Jain. Deepak Kashyap. Devanshri Anand Tidke. Divya Jain. Gaurav Kundan Dambe. Himanshri Bachmua. Jasna Mary Thomas. Karthikeyan B. Konchak Tashi. Manisha Ghosh. Manisha Bodh. Mirudula Hargude. Ninotpal Alda. Prakhar Rathi. Priya Gupta. Priyanka Yadav. राधिका मेहरोत्रा. अब ट्रांसपोर्ट है उसके बाद रेनू. रौनक जैन. शशि भूषण साहू. साक्षी सिंह, शिवानी खुराना, शुभम कुमार, शुभम रावत, शुभम सरकैक, श्रेष्ठी भारद्वाज, विभूति रैना, वसीम अकरम, यारा सूर्य तेजा, मास्टर ऑफ प्लानिंग ट्रांसपोर्ट प्लानिंग आकांक्षा व्यास, अभय गुप्ता, आदित्य सोनी, अंकुर गौतम, अंकुश द्विवेदी, आशुतोष कुमार ओझा, आत्मिक जैन, भानुवंशी मंदार चंद्रवदन, दीक्षा प्रकाश सुतार, दीपानिता कुंडू, खोत मैत्रीय संजय, महिमा सोनी, मेघा कश्यप, प्रतीक झा, प्रियंका स्वयं, राकेश कुमार, रिद्धिमा कमल, साधना हिरवे, साहिल माथुर, सलाहुद्दीन अहमद, शिवाली शर्मा, श्रेया कुमारी, बैचलर ऑफ आर्किटेक्चर, can I now request the chairperson, BOG, please, to take her seat? Undergraduates, will the graduates of the bachelor's degree rise? I request Professor Dr. P.S.N. Rao, Director, to kindly give the degrees to the graduates of Bachelor of Architecture and Bachelor of Planning. Bachelor of Architecture. First class with distinction, A.B. Monisha Raju. A.S. Siri Lakshmi. Aditya Agarwal. Akshita Kabra. Ans Sharma. Anshu Dama. Aparna Chand Gothia. Chanpreet Singh. Chadusma Ramji Bhai. Dipanshu Babbar. Dev Sani Badrinath. Dishant Masih. Etisham Ahmad. Hemani Bindal. हार्दिक रंजन झा, ऋषिकेश राव, इज़्ज़ा परवीन, के दिव्याश्री, कसीना श्रीवर्धन, रितिका कैलाश लाखे, कृतिका कैलाश लाखे, आई बेग योर पार्डन,
मिस लक्ष्मी
है
लक्ष्मी वो ना नहीं
नहीं है। लक्ष्मी बी, लक्ष्य सिंगला, लक्ष्मी बहोरा,
नहीं है एमएस हाँ ये नहीं है ये है।
महालक्ष्मी पेरूमल, मलाइका भट्ट, मनोनीता साहा, मुस्कान जैन, नव्या खुराना, निकिता वेणुगोपाल, परीना भास्कर, राघव कृष्णप्पा रमेश, राहुल राज, रोहिल बरुआ, रोमिला राज, साकेत चौहान, सानिका दिनेश पालीवाल, सानिया जैन, शाहजहां एके, शिवम यशवंत तांदले, शुभम सरकार, सृष्टि अग्रवाल, तिरुवदेला विष्णु, वरुणी जिंदल, वत्सला खन्ना, वेनिगला कृष्णा कौशिक, विशेष अग्निहोत्री, यश राठौर, येरा युवराज, जहान शफीक रहमान, आलिया अहमद, अनुष्का सिंह, अतुल सबनेर, आयुष कुमार, भूपेश, अरुण विघ्नेश सी जे, हसीन मसूद, कोटला अरुण कुमार, क्षितिज राज, मिथाली घोड़े, मेहुल राय, मीनाक्षी पतिर, मोहित, मुदित अग्रवाल, ओयली बोरांग, पायला चैतन्य कुमार, प्रथमेश अविनाश वाबले, राहुल तोला, श्रीपुरम भारवी कुमार, सोवित कुमार, टेरिसा नगौम, वैदेही, वैष्णवी करपटे, विघ्नेश अनिल, विवेक ददोरिया, यशस्वी बागड़ी, Second class, Akanksha Gautam. Ashish Chandra. Bachelor of Planning, first class with distinction, Abhishek Liuk. Amanpreet Singh. Anmol Mahendra Kumar Chaudhary. Anupriya Agarwal. Anushka Maheshwari. Arshad Jain. Dibakar Malik. Jannap Reddy Jishnu Teja. Jahnavi. Muhammad Sajjad. Nandani Jain. Neelab Singh. Nulu Shanmukha Dhiresh. जय जय नीलू अच्छा जो 1 मिनट नीलू षणमुखा धीरेश हो गया आर राजगोपाल रूपल श्रीवास्तव समरीन ढींगरा शरण्या के जी श्री कृष्णा हर्षा भंडारू सुमित रोशन उदित नारायण मल उदित नारायण मल वीपी वेंकटा मणिकंठा फर्स्ट क्लास आतिश कुमार कैनी सैम थॉमस रूपावत गायत्री राम Bachelor of Building Science, Shreya Singhal. We finished the distribution of degrees, and I would request our director to please take seat. I now request Professor Dr. P.S.N. Rao, Director, to kindly release Space Journal and also to release SPA publication based on third year studio work of the graduating batch of Bachelor of Planning on Land Pooling. Space. Thank you. I now request Professor Dr. P.S.N. Rao, Director, to kindly felicitate the Chairperson, Board of Governors, Professor Dr. Rani Vedamukhu. I think थोड़ा order change हो गया. Okay, please take seat. Can I now request Professor Dr. P.S.N. Rao, Director, to kindly felicitate the guest of honor, Professor Om Prakash Mathur. Thank you. This is the time now to give a vote of thanks. Several people have worked behind the scenes to make this event 40th Convocation a grand success. So it is my personal privilege to propose a vote of thanks to everyone who contributed in making this 40th Convocation a grand success. Shri Dharmendra Pradhan, Honorable Union Minister of Education, Government of India, could not be here due to his preoccupations. However, we would like to express our gratitude to him for his constant support and encouragement. Professor Om Prakash Mathur, Senior Fellow, Global Cities Institute, University of Toronto, Canada, for accepting to be the guest of honor on this occasion. We would like to thank him for his inspiring words for the graduates. Professor Dr. Rani Vedamuthu, Chairperson, Board of Governors for this event, for presiding over the convocation and motivating the students for their future careers. I convey my personal congratulations to all the graduates and their parents for making the convocation a success. Our esteemed members of the Board of Governors, Senate, Finance Committee, and the Building and Works Committee, all deans, all heads of the departments, and all guests for having graced the occasion and blessed the graduates. All the former professors, retired faculty members, alumni, and former members of staff for showing their continued relationship with the school. All the faculty and staff of the school for their untiring efforts in taking care of all details under the leadership of Director Professor Dr. P.S.N. Rao. Thanks are also due to the Registrar, Deputy Registrar, and all the administrative staff for facilitating the preparation of the convocation and making it possible to organize all convocation events and take care of necessary financial sanctions. I would also like to thank the officials and staff of the Ministry of Education, Government of India, and the members of the press for their support and due publicity. A big thank you to all the student volunteers for participating and contributing to various events. I would particularly like to thank the coordinators of various teams, which include the following faculty colleagues: Professor Dr. Sanjay Gupta, Professor Aruna Ramani Grover, Professor Manoj Mathur, Professor Abhiduti Biswas, Professor Poonam Prakash, Professor Vinita Yadav, Professor Chandarekha Kabre, Professor Jyoti Pandey Sharma, Professor Bandana Jha, Professor Prafulla Madhukar Parlevar, Dr. Chandrani Negi, Dr. Leon Moranis, Shri Paraganand Meshram, Dr. Ruchita Gupta, Dr. Ati Grover, Dr. Jatendra Kaur, Dr. Prabhjot Singh Sugga, Shri Sushil Kumar Solanki, Ms. Aditi Singh, Ms. Parul Kiri Roy, Ms. Arpita Dyal, Dr. S.P. Shrivastava. I would also like to thank senior members of the administrative staff who tirelessly worked for the successful conduct of the convocation. These are Shri Virendra Kumar, Deputy Registrar, Shri Girish Kumar, Assistant Registrar, Shri Anuj Bharadwaj. A special mention for Anuj Bharadwaj because he has been taking a heavy load. Dr. Bharti Vats, who has been tirelessly working to make this event a success. A whole lot of faculty and administrative staff worked behind the scenes with the team coordinators. Due to paucity of time, names of all of these individuals could not be mentioned individually here. However, I must say that all of them deserve my personal appreciation. Several invitees have sent in their best wishes for the convocation. My sincerest thanks to all of them. Finally, my personal thanks to Professor Poonam Prakash, Shri Anuj Bharadwaj, and Shri Manohar Lal for taking care of overall arrangements and coordinating with various teams. My personal apologies if I have missed any person or activity due to oversight, but not intentionally. Thank you all once again. Jai Hind. Now I hand over to our compares, Ms. Arpita Dayal. Sorry. Yes. Before we do that, can I invite our chairperson BOG to kindly declare 40th Convocation closed.
I declare the 40th Convocation closed.
I request all the heads of the departments to come on the dais and join for national anthem. I also request all present to rise and join for the national anthem.
अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तब जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
All continue to stand till the convocation procession leaves the convocation venue.
Thank you very much. Can I request all the members of the Board of Governors, the Senate, the Finance Committee and the Building Works Committee, media and the faculty to please join us for refreshments in the front lawns on the left of the auditorium. The graduates and guests, we'd invite you to join for refreshments as well in the front lawns in the right area of the auditorium. You will find signages and ushers for guidance. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Jai Hind.